And for reactions, goals flying in, records falling, statements delivered. Good morning and welcome to Dominion Sport on Dominion Television. I am Paul Abeitoruwanimi. Arsenal strengthening their Premier League title charge with a 4-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur, extending their North London derby winning streak to 5 matches and keeping the pressure firmly on Manchester City. Nigerian teenager hodler Gerard Ajayi says he's still hungry for more after settling a new world record under 18, best in 60 meters hurdle at the French Championship in Valladolid. Wilfred Ndidi, Alex Iwobi and Paul Onachu were all on target as Super Eagles stars lit up European football. And in the world of basketball, the Boston Celtics delivered a commanding performance, overpowering the Los Angeles Lakers 111-89 back home. The MPFL March 27 intensified the title race as top contenders battled for supremacy. And tonight in the Premier League, Everton are going to host Manchester United, aiming to complete a league double over the Red Devils for the first time since 2013-2014. Let's go on a break. We'll be back here to discuss more sport updates right here on The Go.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
All right, you're welcome back from the break. Let's dive straight into action this wonderful Monday morning. I'm not alone in the studio. I have the top most analyst in the studio. I call him Sir Nuruddin Alimi. This ninth thing is now becoming more familiar with my mouth at this point in time. It's so good to have you. You look amazing. You look sharp. What's happening this morning?
I'm fine. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be back here again. And we had loads of events in the world of sport over the weekend. Records were broken. Records were set. Teams extended their leads. We had top changes on the top of the league logs, and it's just all exciting. It's nice to be back here again.
Beautiful. All right, let's just dive straight into action and let's see what's happening. In the MPFL front, we know how we do it every time on Monday. I'm sure you're expecting some results out of favor, but let's see what's happening. Match day 27 of the MPFL. Let's see the results, and we can have that displayed on the screen for you. Some shocking results, and still the defending champions look impaired. We're going to discuss that on the show, but let's look at other results. Wiki Tourist won to Remo Stars 2-1. Wadi Wolves against Barra. The game ended goalless on Sunday. Katsina United welcome Rangers International. The game ended goalless. Abia Warriors against Kwara United. The game ended 3-0. We have Kano Pillars against El Kanemi Warriors. Fantastic victory for Kano Pillars. The game ended 3-0 in favor of Kano Pillars. Plateau United against Shooting Stars 4-1. Kun Khalifa picking up a victory, and I saw some celebration of the 3 points. 1, 2, 3, and dug it in the pocket. Let's see how far I can go. Rivers United against Eyimba. The game ended 1-0. The fight for the title is still very much on. Ikorodu City had to dig that one through. The game ended 1-1, and also National United picking up the victory against Kennedy Boboye side 1-0. Let's start off from the game between Abia Warriors and Kwara United.
Abia Warriors against Kwara United. I didn't expect anything from Kwara United. They were docked 3 points, 3 goals going into this game, and their relegation woes continued, and I didn't see them getting any point on the road. They lost 3-0, compounded their woes, and I see them going down at the end of the season. So beautiful. It was just straight up and straight at the end of the day.
All right, Shooting Stars welcomed, I don't want to say on their home front because, they had to go away to play, but one man was done battle and also one fight for Shooting Stars. The Oracle, they call him, was able to pick up the victory for his side, Plateau United, 4-1.
Yes, it was.
How do you go the last time they won 4 to Shooting Stars, now you're losing 4.
Now you're playing back Shooting Stars. Yes, it was a result I expected. I didn't see Shooting Stars getting maximum points away from Plateau United. They got the first goal in the game, early in the game, the defensive error from Plateau United, but Plateau United roared back and they scored four goals, and it was just a commanding display from Plateau United. The Oracle showed Shooting Stars what they were missing, and yes, the performances wouldn't lie. Shooting Stars switched and changed their formation and players again, and I think it affected their performances again. So I wasn't surprised, I wasn't shocked, but the goal margin shocked me. I didn't think they were going to lose 4 goals, even after scoring the first goal as early as the 14th minute. So they are going to play home away from home again in their next game, because the condition at Lakers Salami Stadium is not still a top-notch football matches. Plateau United, good victory for them. The Oracle got one back against Shooting Stars, and it was nice to see over the weekend.
Beautiful. All right, let's talk about Kun Khalifat quickly against Niger Tornadoes, picking up that victory on their home turf at 2-0.
Yes, since their withdrawal and acceptance back into the league, their home form has been a little bit manageable. They've gotten 2 victories now. 3-0 against Shooting Stars, 2-0 against Niger Tornadoes. It's good for them, but I don't see them getting enough points on the board to get out of the relegation battle. So they're just trying to get themselves 1 or 2 things for their fans to cheer about. But at the end of the season, I still see them going down. Not that Tornadoes didn't do themselves a whole lot of good, but Kun Khalifat, good one for them, good one for their fans. They have a little bit of things to cheer on for the end of the season.
All right, a beautiful one for Kun Khalifat. Rivers United welcoming Yimba. Remember, Coach Trinity Georgia to play this one after they've been knocked out of the CAF Champions League right here. But this was one game they also needed to pick up all points, but they were able to just snatch up 1 point from Yimba.
Yes, for Rivers United, they have out of the 4 home games and 4 games they have left in their bag now to meet up with other teams. This is one of them against Enyimba. Enyimba are not decided right now. I expected Rivers United to get maximum points, but Enyimba went ahead first in the game. Rivers United came back and they couldn't get the maximum point of the day. So Enyimba, good one for them. This is 1 point. This second consecutive away game, they are picking up points. So the away form is getting a little bit of balance, but the home form, maybe due to the fact that they don't have fans in their stadium, they have infringements from previous games. Maybe that's affecting the morale of the players, but they can do better. Since they picked up a point against National United away from home, now they've done it against Rivers United. So I don't see what's hindering them from getting the maximum points at home. For Rivers United, they have 1 point now. They played 2 games since they got out of the CAF Confederations Cup. Picked up 1 point in Kwara, picked up 1 point at home now, 2 points. They have about 43 points now. They are still neck and neck with Ikorodu City with the top of the table, and they still have games in hand to prosecute. So it was a good one for them, not the ideal result, but they will still take a point from it.
Take a point from it. One team that needed all 3 points was Ikorodu City, but that did not happen. They played Bayelsa United, and they had to make it through, in the second half of the game.
Yes, this was a shocking one for me. Bayelsa United,
a fantastic free kick also.
Fantastic free kick to get into the game, and for Ikorodu City, fantastic free kick, but the goalkeeper could have done better. I'm not taking anything away from the free kick, but the goalkeeper could have done better. For Ikorodu City, they needed maximum points, and I expected a team coming from back-to-back victories, one away from home against Enyimba, and 2 weeks ago they had the victory at home. I saw them conquering Bayelsa United, but Bayelsa United had different ideas for me, and they scored the first goal. Ikorodu City came back with a free kick. Yes, they are still challenging for the title. They are still top of the log, but it's not an ideal result for them over the weekend. They need to do more and dig deep to get the victories against teams like Bayelsa United that are struggling in the bottom half of the table. So they'll go back to the drawing board now and look at themselves and say, okay, we are still ahead of Rivers United. Yes, they have games in hand, but it's not guaranteed they'll win all those games and get maximum point from there. They'll take the 1 point from there and look onto the next game as well.
Onto the next game, but one team who is not looking onto the next game is Nasarawa United, picking up all 3 points on their own turf against a good side like Benden Insurance, who is also fighting for a continental ticket. Kennedy Boboye's side lost to Nasarawa United 1-0.
Yes, Nasarawa United, past 2 games, they dropped 4 points. Now at home against Bendel Insurance, one of the teams also contending for the continental ticket. Nasarawa United looked like a side gunning for the title before a fortnight ago, but now they seem like they are grasping for the continental ticket as well. But for right now, the table is shaping up. Teams that are looking to go to the continent are separating themselves for teams that will just be in the league and teams that will relegate at the end of the season. So Bendel Insurance were not good enough against Nasarawa United, and Nasarawa United showed their title charge credentials by getting the maximum 3 points. Good one for them. It's helped their hopes and ambitions, and it's going to do their confidence a whole lot of good.
All right, let's look at what the confidence is looking like for some teams on the log of the table and the NPFL after match day 27. Quickly, and then you have it to Ikorodu City, just like you said. Rangers International are now, adrift this team. This is where Rivers United are. Rangers International just 1 point. You have Nassau United also 1 point, with Ikorodu City. We have Rivers United on 4. Abia Warriors. You look at the table and it's just 1-2 points adrift these teams. Also, Benin Insurance, this is where they are after that loss, 6th. Also, Shooting Stars after that loss to Plateau United. Is not so much battle right now for continental ticket. It looks like continental ticket, and the title looks like a battle we need to look forward to this season. It looks like a battle,
but for me, like I said, the teams that will challenge for the continent and the title are separating themselves from others. Yes, it looks like the point difference isn't the point margin isn't much, but these teams are below. These teams that have 38 points, mathematically, yes, they can still do it, but with the performances they have been churning out recently, it don't seem like they'll get enough points to get them into the continent. So for teams that already have 40, 43 points, 45 points, they look like even if they don't win all their games, or they just need a little bit more victories to get to sustain their position up front. Because I don't see teams like this teams like Ikorodu City or Rangers dropping enough points that will allow teams like Shooting Stars or Plateau United to push them out of the continental continental spots right now. They are not dropping points like these teams. Plateau United were 33 points before this victory against Shooting Stars. Now they've come up, and we're talking about them in the relegation battle.
Just a few weeks ago.
So now they seem to look like a team that will cement their Premier League status and look forward to next season to compete again.
All right, let's talk about relegation battle quickly. Defending champions, Remo Stars. Let's just look at the start for Remo Stars before we come back to the table quickly. Let's look at the start, the struggling start. Yeah, you have it on the screen. It's real battle at this point in time for Remo Stars. And we have been talking about this on the show every single day, and it's not changing. It's not changing at this point in time.
No win in 7 games or about 8 games. I can't remember the last time they got a victory. And even when they play home away from home, they concede the first goal and try to get back in the game. Those are the 2 draws they have. They have, I think, a draw against Bahrain and Pun Khalifat at Salami Stadium, and this one against I've forgotten the team they got this draw against. They conceded the first goal too. They had to find their way back into the game. So it's looking like the win the league and relegate the following season course is fighting them, and I don't think they'll be able to find their way out of the relegation battle at the end of the season.
Come on, guys, do you think the defending champions Remo Stars can find their way out of the relegation battle? Remains the question. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section right there, so that we can rub minds together. Let's move away, from the local stories making the rounds this morning, and let's talk about European football, where actions, were in thrill over the weekend. Let's look at some of the results. Chelsea had to nick it through. The game ended 1-1. Fofana picking up a red card in that game. João Pedro with the first goal, and Fleming getting a goal for Burnley.
Yes, for Chelsea, they dropped 2 points again, same as what happened to them in the last league game they played. This is not the victory. This is not the performance Lemresina wants from your boys. They need to put the ball in the back of the net. They created a lot of chances to put the game to bed in the first half and the second half, but they were wasteful, and Burnley punished them late in goal from the set piece. This is becoming a pattern for Chelsea this season. They are the side with the most red cards this season, 6 now, and the club are looking to check that by finding players. Fofana has been built to deduct 10,000 euros from his salary just to improve the morale of the boys and increase their discipline. So this is one problem for Chelsea right now. Their disciplinary record is bad. They're not being able to kill games to the end of the season. And for Burnley, you would understand, they start looking to fight themselves out of the relegation battle. They need to get victory, and this is the second week running. They're able to get at least a point from the board. So good one for Burnley, but not good times for Chelsea and Lemresina right now.
Beautiful. All right, let's look at another result quickly from the Premier League game. Aston Villa, they look like a team who wanted to challenge for the title, but it's not working for Unai Emery and his boys. Tammy Abraham are getting a goal after Starch is giving Leeds United a goal in the first half.
Yes, it was a beautiful kick from Starch. Emily Martinez would have done better, but it was a very beautiful free kick. The wall was non-existent, and he put the ball about 45 yards out to score that free kick. Aston Villa, I didn't build them to challenge for the title because they still have loads of competitions to compete with, and I think at the end of the day they will need to prioritize. And for players in this squad, I'm sorry to say they've not been in this position to challenge for titles before. So I didn't see them like teams that would push City and Arsenal to the end of the season. So they've dropped points back to back now. And this is the first time they played a 3 o'clock kickoff in about a year. I think that those are some of the things that played in their head, and they were not able to get the maximum points. They have United and Chelsea to look back and say, if United win this night, there will be 3 points from them. That's a worry for Unai Emery and his side, and I don't think that's what they want. And they are drift Man City and Arsenal right now. So they're out of the title charge. They are just looking to compete themselves in the top 4 at the end of the season.
All right, beautiful. Let's look at another result quickly. Yes, sir, there you have it. North London derby, and it is all to play, for Arsenal. Eberechi Eze and Victor Gyökeres are getting embraced in that game. And Kolo Muani also getting a goal for Tottenham Hotspur. I think some fans were expecting this victory for Arsenal. Were you of that choice also?
Yes, I was expecting the victory for Arsenal. Spurs are in disarray right now. They part ways with Thomas Frank in the last league game, and the record is there to see. Arsenal have not lost to Spurs in the last 4 meetings, and this season Eberechi Eze licks his lips when he hears Tottenham. He scored 3 goals, a hat-trick in the first leg at the Emirates, and went to the Tottenham Stadium yesterday. He got back 2 goals again. That should show you, for a player, people have been complaining about his performances. He sees Spurs and he's so excited.
And it's like, okay, I think these can silence the fans now.
Yes, and for me, I mentioned it on Friday.
Yeah.
Tottenham's interim coach is not the man, I think, to take them out of that relegation battle. And the formation he fielded that day is not a very good one. We saw Ruben Amorim stick to that 3 at the back formation, and it didn't work for him in the Premier League. The last time I think that worked was Antonio Conte when he used Chelsea, when he 3-4-3 to win the league with Chelsea, and since that time I have not seen anything flourish. And a disturbing start yesterday when the game was going on was shown out by the commentator. He said Spurs have not won a game, have won just 1 game playing 3 defenders at the back, and yesterday Saka, Eze, Trossard, Gyökeres were just too much for the likes of Van de Ven, Dragushin. Dragushin had a very good first half.
Yes, had a good first half.
He had a very good first half. He blocked 2 balls off the line. He helped them push the ball out and repel Arsenal, but it wasn't enough. Spurs allowed Saka to isolate Jet Spence or Ismail Sarr at any different point of it. So that allowed Arsenal to enter into the box and put the ball in the back of the net several times. So for Spurs, no pity for them. They are in relegation battle. They are in deeper trouble than they were before the Premier League game now. For Arsenal, they were able to extend their lead back to 5 points because it was temporarily 2 on Saturday after City beat Newcastle. So good one for Arsenal and their fans. They are looking out to the North London derby against Chelsea.
All right, beautiful. Let's look at some other pictures, from the game yesterday. There you have it, Eberechi Eze, 5 Premier League goals this season and 4, already. It's now 5 already. The hat-trick and also the brace right now against Tottenham Hotspur. Let's look at some of the other pictures, from the game yesterday. You need to look at Gabriel Magalhaes having fun of his life at this point in time. And I'm sure these pictures will be saved already to the end of the season. Some bans will be coming for this picture, definitely.
Bans will definitely come, and I think one of nemesis for Arsenal is Gabriel with his performances, but we won't blame a player to celebrate. It's a victory for his team. They are in a good stead. They are charging for 4 titles and allow them enjoy himself.
Enjoy the victory. All right, let's look at the table quickly before we talk about Manchester City game against Newcastle. There you have it. 61 points, Manchester City 56, Aston Villa 51, Chelsea 45. This is what the table is looking like at this point in time. And how are you enjoying this fight now?
Yes, it's exciting. This is what neutrals want to see. Arsenal extended their lead back to 5, like I mentioned. City with a game in hand. If they get the victory, it turns back to 2, and we see that title race to the end of the season. For Villa, now Villa are in trouble because they are on 51 points, 6 points ahead of Chelsea, United with a game in hand, and Liverpool. Liverpool too got a late goal against Nottingham Forest yesterday. They are on 45 points as well, but goal difference is what is separating the sides right now. Chelsea with the best goal difference amongst the side with 17 goals right now. 6 points from Villa. If United win tonight, they move on to 48 points, and Villa will have something to contend with. Okay, it's 3 points now, 3 points away from Chelsea and Liverpool as well. So the race for the top 4 to complete the top 4 it's also going to be exciting, just as the title race between Arsenal and Manchester
City. Beautiful. All right, let's take a dive straight into more results over the weekend swiftly so we can discuss more stories making the rounds in the world of sport. We also have Liverpool picking up the victory. There you have it. Manchester City picking up the victory against Newcastle.
O'Reilly
2-1.
was on
O'Reilly
fire.
with the brace. What a man. What a man to do
The
that.
star of the match for me was Erling Haaland.
Agree.
He didn't score the goal, but he was everywhere.
Was
At some
everywhere.
point, he had to chase down Gordon just to get the victory for Manchester City. And this is the problem with people, with fans this season about Manchester City. They don't seem like that side 3-4 years ago that will grind in 15-14 victories on the bounce. They struggled a lot against Newcastle.
Yeah, they did.
So they were just able to get on over the finish line, and they will need more of these performances if they want to challenge Arsenal for the title.
All right, quickly let's talk about Liverpool also making this on show. The goal was chopped up 90+5.
Yeah.
Now he said, "Come on, I'm not done with that. I'm still gonna get a goal for Liverpool and all 3 points." McAllister, the World Cup winner, getting a goal for Liverpool at the dying minute 90+7. And Nottingham Forest must be down 4 to get that 3 points away from their hand.
Yes, it was a sad one for Nottingham Forest. They needed the victory or at least a point
from that game.
They are also
Relegation.
the relegation dogfights too as well. But for Liverpool, 90+5 goal for McAllister was rightly chalked off for infringements. And this goal as well as controversial circumstances surrounding it, because a player was offside. And this rule, we know the way of officiating is in England. If a rule works 2 weeks ago,
it's not going to work the next week.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to apply the following week. So
amazing.
Liverpool, they were fortunate to get the victory after Nottingham Forest defeated them 3-0 at Anfield, and they were able to get their league back right now. So shell spoiled for Liverpool, 45 points now, neck on neck with Manchester United with a game in hand, and Chelsea with 45 points as well. So it was a good one for Ancelotti and his boys, and they will look forward to the next game and to extend their charge for the top 4 spot.
All right, beautiful. Before we talk about tonight's game between Everton and Manchester United, which is going to be a big battle, we're going to discuss La Liga swiftly. FC Barcelona picking up the victory, and it's looking worry times for Madrid. There you have a 3-0. Fermin Lopez getting a goal, and Frank de Jong and Benal also getting a goal for FC Barcelona. Madrid lost to Osasuna 2-1. Arbeloa, it's the last time that loss happened to Osasuna. We're talking some 17 years ago, 2014. Not a good one, for FC Barcelona right now. I mean, for Madrid right now, Barcelona are top of the league at this point in time. There you have it. Talk to me quickly.
Yes, for Real Madrid, I think the travel to Benfica over the week affected them. They had to play on Wednesday, travel back, and it was also an away game against Osasuna. So I think that played part of it. But the league is not over. Just like I mentioned last week, when Barcelona lost against Girona,
yes,
the
Girona,
derby, 2-1. Just 1 point, 2 points for Real Madrid. Now it's 1 point back for Barcelona.
Yeah.
So we are still going to have.
Are you saying now that is all to play for the El Clasico?
Yes, the El Clasico is going to play a major part, but that is not the only game. If you win the El Clasico and you don't win the remaining games, you still lose the league at the end of the day. So you need to get your performances right. Yeah. It's still 1 point between both sides right now. There are still about 14 or 15 games for them to the end of the season. And for Madrid, they have to go back to the drawing board. Arbeloa doesn't seem like want to get the job at the end because he's not been able to get that consistent performance from Real Madrid. They will get a new manager probably by the end of the season, but between now and then, they need to find their feet and put themselves back on the right track.
Beautiful. Talking about putting yourself back on the right track is one man, Michael Carrick. We're set to do battle tonight against Everton. We'll be here to talk about that on the show. Quickly, let's just look at the analysis quickly. Everton are going to welcome Manchester United tonight. Remember, the last time these two teams played out in the Premier League, Everton did victory. This man was the man to get them all 3 points right there. Even the red card could not solve the problems for Manchester United. How do you see these two teams set up tonight? David Moyes and Michael Carrick. Quickly.
This is a different Manchester United side right now. We've seen the way Michael Carrick has set up in the last 5 games. He's unbeaten right now and is relishing the form from the players. They are playing well. The eyes seems to be in the right space. They are in the top 4 race. They look like a team that can do the battle. For Everton, they've been topsy-turvy for them. Their performances have not been consistent, but we know David Moyes is a perennial man in the Premier League. He's not one to push aside, and he knows how to set up his side. So I think he's going to go with his normal formation of 4-2-3-1. Beto or either of the strikers, he has
or
to
Barry.
or Barry at the end of the day. Drisbrewell is going to play in the game. I know Michael Keane will be in the heart of the defense for him, and he's forever in between the stick. Pickford, that is the man for them in goal as well. For Manchester United, I see him going. He's been to Michael Carrick has seemed like a man that doesn't like to switch his team around. Bar Dogu getting an injury in the Arsenal game, he's shown out the same 11 for the past 5 games, and I think Kowa Mbeumo will be up front again. Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, Mainu, Casemiro, Dalot, Maguire and Martinez, and Luke Shaw in the back four, and Lamens in goal. And he doesn't have Mason Mount back yet, and they lead. So I think there won't be no surprises for the players on the bench for Manchester United in the game. It's going to be an exciting watch because Everton need this victory and looking to, like you mentioned in your intro, they're looking to do the double against Manchester United. But Manchester United don't want that to happen. They need these points and to cement their status in the top 4 race, because Chelsea have dropped points this week. Villa dropped points this week. So this is a chance for them.
A big chance,
to separate themselves from Liverpool and Chelsea, and also move closer to Villa for the end of the league.
All right, beautiful. That's the update coming through from the game tonight between Everton and Manchester United. So quick one, you can be part of the show. Why not just go straight to the comment section and drop your predictions for tonight? Who do you think is going to edge out between Everton and Manchester United? You can stand a chance to win something on the show. Let's move away from that. We are talking tennis before we wrap up the show. Carlos Alcaraz getting the victory. Talk to me about that. How exciting can it be for this man doing something incredible in the year 2026?
Yes, he's having the form of his life now. He completed the career slam in January with the Australian Open. Now he's moved on to Qatar Open in Doha. And he finished the match in final in 50 minutes. That shows how emphatic he was against out of field.
Not a long one this time. We're not doing 2 hours or 3 hours now.
He didn't do 2 hours. He finished the game 6-2, 6-1. And for Fields, it was disappointing for him.
I think it's credit to him also.
Credit to him. He was also coming back from injury, and he got into the final in the first week of his recovery. That was a good one for him. But for Carlos Alcaraz, he's 12 matches unbeaten this year now. Form of his life. He's looking forward to the next Open, which is Indiana Wells in America. So good one for Carlos Alcaraz. He's extended his unbeaten run this year, 12-0, and added a victory, a new title. This is the first time he's actually winning this title, and good one for him and good one for his team. And looking forward to the next Open.
Beautiful. Let's talk about the women's side. Fantastic one to see. Jessica Pegula, getting this one over Vitolina. You look at the record, and it's just good to see. Jessica Pegula get this one for herself.
Yes, Pegula won, and I think one of the things that affected Vitolina in the game was she had a very long semi-final against Coco Gauff on Thursday. They extended for close to 3 hours. So that I think took a little bit of momentum off her, and Pegula finished her own game early enough against Rybanka, even though it was and it's over, even though it was a comeback for her as well. But good one for Pegula, and for Vitolina, she's looking to the next one. She's not won the Dubai duty-free Open 2 before, but for Pegula, she's continued her reign in Dubai, and good one for them, and looking forward to more champions on the WTA tour.
I agree. Let's just talk about basketball quickly before we wrap up the show. And you look at what's happening in the world of basketball. Interesting times. Celtic are winning this one against the Lakers. This one ended 111 to 89. And I don't know, records have just been broken. The Boston Celtic delivered a commanding performance on Sunday night, overpowering the Los Angeles Lakers 111 to 89 at the Crypto.com Arena to complete a season sweep and extend their winning streak to 3 games. Bolton set the tone and never look back, showcasing balance, scoring and decisive intensity. Jalen Brown led the charge with a 2 point, 8 rebounds and 7 assists in a dominant all-round display. Coming off the bench, Pritchard provided a major spark for 30 points on an efficient shooting, including 6 3-pointers, while other dishing out 8 assists. Despite the low-speed defeat, the night carried historic significance as LeBron James, the Lakers superstar, reached the remarkable milestone for 43,000 career regular season points in 106 NBA game. Another addition to his already legendary resume. There you have it. LeBron James, a study highlight at the end of the day, even if his team not picking up the victory quickly.
Yes, for him, his greatness is undisputed. he's been a perennial winner in the NBA. Everywhere he goes with the balls and all. And congratulations to him on the new record he set. He's going to see extend that I know. So for LA Lakers, the franchise look in a bit of disarray right now. They have a little bit of trouble, but the consistency has not been there. They win a game, lose a game. They won against LA Clippers in the last game, but they were not able to repeat that victory against Boston Celtics this weekend. So looking on to the next game for LeBron James and his guys, Lucas Doncic and co, they need to sit around and rally around to fix what the problem is going into the playoffs.
All right, beautiful. Let's just talk about the basketball results. Washington Wizards against Charlotte Hornets, 112 to 129. You look at the Los Angeles Lakers against Boston Celtics, just like we said, 89 to 111. Minnesota Timberwolves against the Philadelphia 76ers, 108 to 135. Chicago Bulls against New York Knicks, 99 to 105. Also, you look at the Phoenix Suns against the Portland Trail Blazers, 77 to 92. And you look at the Los Angeles Clippers to Orlando Magic, 109 to 111. There you have it. Fantastic game over the early hours of this morning in the world of basketball.
Yes, but NBA fans know they have to wake up in the middle of the night to follow the game. So it was just exciting. You see 3-pointers, shots being thrown and display from the beautiful basketball game. So looking forward to the next round of games for them, and it was nice to see.
All right, beautiful. And that is all on Dominion Sport, from the North London Dominers to Nigerian brilliance across Europe, and big statement in NBA. The momentum continues. Our football returns tonight as Everton and Manchester United clash under the light. And as you step into the new week, let the passion, discipline, and winning mentality we see in sport inspire you on a Monday motivation. Start strong, stay focused, and finish ever stronger. I am Paul Abes Toluwanimi. Stay strong, stay passionate, and keep the conversation going. I'll see you next in the next edition of Dominion Sport. Bye for now.